Miko.
Oh, do you know?
Miko. I don't need Miko.
Need
Yeah.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
That one.
Oh, can't
How are
hear
you?
it. Okay, that's better. Have you two froze? You froze. Good evening, Nigel. Happy New Year. Evening, Diane.
We're back. Chelsea's back.
Oh, you're back.
Good evening,
You're
Nigel,
back.
Diane, Rachel, Joanne, Carol,
How come we went live?
Nadia. What?
How come we went live?
We were live. I said we were going
No, you
live.
didn't. You never said you'd went live.
Oh, Rhoda.
You've been froze for ages.
Happy New Year to everybody in chat.
Evening, Joanne. Evening, Nadia. Evening, Carol. Evening, Rhoda. Evening, Soph. Evening,
Gillian. Hoping that when the new year strikes, next year brings happy memories and new memories for everybody in chat. As Chelsea's doing a whoop whoop dance now.
It's only getting better.
Happy New Year, Lisa.
Evening, Lise.
So has everybody had a good day today? What you been up to? Who's been cooking?
Me.
I haven't been
John?
cooking. What are you doing
John?
nice?
John's been cooking. We're gorgeous. John's been cooking.
For it.
Yeah, I've just been driving him crackers. Crap.
Driving him crackers.
Rich, Craig.
I've been
Tracy.
learning tarots today.
Have you been learning your tarots?
Yeah,
I have.
Somebody.
Yeah. Evening, Rich. Evening, Tracy. Evening, Craig.
Happy New Year to everyone. Joined. I don't know. Oh, have you done anybody's reading? Or have you just been learning? Hey, Elizabeth.
No,
Happy New Year, my lovely. Nathan, Happy New Year.
Evening, Elizababeth.
Can't stay sorry, I have my little grandson. Oh, no worries, Nadia. Have a great evening, my lovely. And have a great day tomorrow.
Evening, Laura. Evening.
I've been cooking meth all day. New Year's hobby.
Elemental encounter.
That's Andy and Becca.
You've been cooking meth.
It's messy.
Actually, I don't know. It might be telling true.
Evening, Yolanda. Chris, Thunderlip Sanderson. Nice to see you, my lovely. Happy New Year. Hey, hey, hey.
No.
Who is gorgeous? Was she tasty? Who is gorgeous and was she tasty? Good evening, Nanny Lynn. Happy New Year to everybody joining. Yeah, like I said, I wish that everybody gets better year next year, filled with loads of good memories.
So, anytime you know that, sweets. Evening, Joyce.
2020 talking to you when Chelsea was my best. Oh, bless Sophie, that's lovely. Evening, Joyce. Hope you're well. So yeah, we just thought we'd pop on for a sober New Year's Eve chit chat.
Well, we're sober. We don't know about Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea might not be sober. Have you had a drink yet?
I'm sober.
Are you drinking? Have you got a drink? Show me your drink of pop. Hold your glass up.
I got one.
You hold your glass up. Evening, Kaz. Hold your glass up, and then I know whether you're drinking or not. Baileys. How much is that? A pint of Baileys? Hey,
yeah, but it's got loads of ice cubes in, look. It's called coffee. It's not Baileys.
Oh, dear me. Dear no. That's what I've got. The Dr. Pepper. Yeah, but
evening,
the thing is in your limits.
Evening, no limits.
Only reason I don't drink is for those unfortunate souls that caught us on Christmas Eve.
No.
Or Christmas Day night.
Christmas Day night, I think.
Christmas Day night, I think it was. That's why I don't come. That's why I don't have a drink. That's why I don't have a drink when I come on. Evening Amy, evening Rhoda. I can guarantee I'll be sober later. New channel name coming soon, Cooking with Heisenberg.
Ace.
Oh, No Limit says, hey, Chelsea, Julie, hello,
Hey.
happy New Year to everybody in chat. We are tomorrow, because Chelsea's been in our bubble from the start. Chelsea's coming across tomorrow, and there is going to be some games played. But I'm going to video the games and then post them on the members area.
You may
just
post
in case. Just in case, because they are going to involve sausages. I bet we didn't buy any sausages, did we?
Of course you are.
What?
There's going to be no games involving
Say
sausages.
my name. Say my name. What's your new name? Say my name. I thought that were your name. Morning, David. How are you? Afternoon, Equibus. I always with that name.
Happy Christmas.
I know. I apologize.
Merry Christmas.
I don't need a drink to just come out with bad things. Get some marshmallows and play Chubby. I'd be sick with Chubby Bunny. I think I could play that game.
Chubby Bunny? What's
you
Chubby
put marshmallows
Bunny?
in your mouth.
You have to say
and every
Chubby
time
Bunny.
you put a marshmallow, so you start with 2 and you put 1 in each cheek and you have to say Chubby Bunny. But then you have to fill your mouth up and you have to keep saying Chubby Bunny, but it don't come out like Chubby Bunny when you've got a mouthful. And I think it's first person that either is sick or the first person to spit the marshmallows out, which you've half melted.
I'll be gagging. I can't be doing things like that. No.
Oh dear. Hey, Kibis, hope you're behaving yourself. I hope they're behaving themselves too. I don't know if Steve will be joining us tonight because
Steve New Year's
Day, isn't it, for Steve? New Year's Day. Yeah,
he's already in future.
They are, aren't they? They're in future. But first, sorry. New Year's Eve is bad for me because New Year's Eve,
she's yawning already.
Elizabeth's not behaving. Oh, Elizabeth, what you up to? But yeah, whether I see midnight in tonight is that it would be a first if I did, because I think for the last so many years we've been in bed before 12 o'clock midnight. So I just told Steve I hate it. Who's Steve?
Steve.
Oh, Steve. Oh yeah.
I'm always in bed. I get bored of waiting.
You get what?
She gets bored of waiting for midnight.
Oh dear. You should have come across.
Waiting, so I end up going bad. Yeah.
You should have come across.
Oh,
the trouble is, it's 2 years. No, but
you tell me now, don't you? No, I'm joking.
Enjoy the wine, Hercules. Oh, wine. I love me wine. You've got me a glass of wine, though, haven't you, for later?
Glass, yeah.
A glass.
she means our Steve. She means Mod Steve. Because he's been posting pictures again.
Oh, he's in sunshine, you see.
Of the beautiful weather.
I don't know if we've got anybody else in chat in New Zealand.
Summer, isn't it?
It is. I don't know if we've got anybody from New Zealand in chat, but Steve, that's where Steve is. So obviously they're in the swing of summer. So the photos is shared are absolutely gorgeous.
He'll be in bed by
I'm having the wine, Lindsay. I'm getting tipsy. You'll have to come on. We'll share it. Link Elizabeth, and you'll have to come on and say hello. Oh, he's gone fishing, as he said. It's such a lovely day. Be in bed by 9 at this rate. It's pants tonight. Oh, you have it on. See, New Year's Eve is different for different people. Rhoda, I've got my wine chilling for later.
Rhoda, get it open.
Even Ryan.
Get it open.
She's helping everybody.
She's helping everyone. Just send me money into my cash.
Oh, right. Is one at mod? Don't send no money into anybody.
Yo, can you take that off?
I think
sweet,
it's
please?
gone. Oh, I've just put it on screen.
Don't call the number, guys.
No, don't call that number.
Yo-Yo's in as
my
ETA,
goodness.
so thanks, Yo-Yo.
See you again.
Yeah, you'll have to do it. It's just spamming chat. It's just a numpty.
Yolanda's got it.
It's all right. We've just blocked him.
She's blocked
it's
him.
fine. Yolanda can delete it. She can't. I don't think for banning him. I don't know how it's working. So
it's come up as blocked.
Yeah, I know. We've just blocked him.
On my chat.
I did delete it. Can you still see it? It's all right, Yolanda. They were just continuously spamming. I'm surprised we're not going to get more of the numpties joining us, but
we may do.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't even know if it
chance I'm bad enough without the wine. I'd be bleeding nuts. Oh dear. Hello. Sorry, I am.
Do you know? I used to drink wine all the time. Pinot used to be my favourite wine, and now I just can't stand it.
What used to be your favourite wine?
Pinot Grigio.
Pinot Grigio. I like my Pinot, don't I?
No, well, you do.
You
do.
Very
often you drink it.
No, because it's white. I like me Zindenfeld. I like me white Zindenfeld. I think that's the nicest wine ever. But the thing is, after a bottle, I'm gone.
See, I always Pinot Grigio.
That was what we got all them bottles with.
I'm backing you,
cheap bottles.
Yeah. Oh, it's Rach.
Is that Rach? No worries, my lovely. Evening, Kim. Up, you're well. If a yo-yo had no string, would it be called a yo? Yeah. Evening, Dawn. Happy New Year to those joining us and coming in.
Well, nice you to join us.
So, it's just nice.
Hey, Miss Pendulum.
I know. Where were you?
Pendulum earlier.
We had some good catch up. We had some really good things coming through with Pendulum earlier, didn't we? Chelsea, that was my fave. That's why I call my cat Peanut.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Do you know? So the plan is for tomorrow. Hopefully, if the weather stays, I can't get comfortable. If the weather stays dry, I think what we might do when we get up is take Madam for a WALK. So she's going to be tired. And take her for a long walk. But I think what we'll do is we might go live on New Year's Day. We might go back.
Knackered by time Boo comes.
Well, they need to be knackered. I've seen energy on them too. But I think what we might do is we might take her to that park where we went other night and take her there.
One near me.
Is it miles away?
Mm.
Well, we'll see. We might take it just into somewhere local then.
I don't know.
We'll see.
What part?
But yeah, dyeing.
Which part?
Your mum's been dyeing the wig.
Drying, didn't she put? Or dyeing?
Dyeing the wig.
Mom?
What wig?
Oh, so you couldn't wait then, Crab. You couldn't wait for me to come and colour your hair. That's
oh dear. I hope it goes right colour.
I'll message you later. Yeah.
I hope it goes right colour. Evening, Irene. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody coming.
When am I back in work? So next week. And I'm having my electrics done in house as well. So I'm stopping between my mother's and John and Lindsay's. So we're going to be homeless for 9 days.
For 9 days. But it's a big job you're having done, though, Chelsea. And you can't be in house when there's no electric.
I can't wait to get it done.
Yeah. You're going to be homeless. You'll be able to go live in car with bin bags in back.
I say, oh God, this is a rough street, isn't it? Bloody
Lindsay,
hell.
have you seen the captions I posted on your pics in members? No, I've not been in. I've not been in members in mod chat yet, just yet. So I will be having a look in. Okay, wondering, Carol, forgot they were on Facebook. Hi,
Yes, we're on
Elizabeth.
both
Yes,
on YouTube and Facebook.
yeah, we have. We've
All
gone
right,
live on
Soph, no worries.
Facebook. So yes. On Facebook though, now if you're a member of the $2.99 one on YouTube, there is footage of last night's, isn't they, gone up? So if anybody is a member over on YouTube, there is footage of last night's after thingy on there for those to watch. Afternoon, Brad. Hey, Brad, hope you're well. I finally got better cell phone plan. How's my favourite ghost hunting team? Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year to you too, Brad. Hope you have a good one, my lovely.
Happy New Year, Brad.
She will love it. No housework.
She will love it. No housework. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Not when she comes here. We've got a list of chores. First job she's got to do is
well, I'm not looking forward to it. Let's put it that way, because
oh dear.
I wear odd socks myself. I'm not going to sort through yours.
If you get stuck in Liverpool, Chelsea, give me a shout. If you're not locked down or if you need a bed, let me know, Rachel. Well, hopefully, Rachel, once we're out and back into normal tiers, hopefully we will be able to start doing his visits and getting up and down country where we need to go. Carol, we've had him going off up back here for about an hour now. Yeah.
Luckily, Fifi's not been bothered by it. She's not
Don't bother her, even on the boat.
He's not bothered.
Bonfire night, she's not that bothered. She just curls up in a ball.
She would be if we weren't here, but obviously she's like laid next to us normally.
Oh, I need to watch last night's. Wasn't on till late.
Rachel, I have to catch up. It was good.
Interesting night last night. I can't remember what happened though. Evening, Laura. Would you come to Hull?
What do you mean you can't remember?
My mind's blank for what happened last night.
We had cholera through the spirit box, didn't we? Really,
we did.
Clear.
Yeah, so clear. But Laura, we've been near to Hull, but we definitely.
It was one of them where we all heard it and we all stopped and looked at each other.
It were, but it comes through quite a few times. Just me moaning, but she should be used to it by now.
Yeah.
So we did. Did we go near Hull? We went, or were it more Cleethorpes side?
Where
Gems is, isn't it? So I think it were more on Cleethorpes side that we went to. Laura.
We've been close to Hull, but we've not been into Hull yet. But we will be going to Hull.
There's quite a few locations down there that we've seen.
There's what's it called? Summit Line. Is it Skyline? What's it called? Summit Line.
I don't know. I know which one you mean. It's not
line.
Long Line. I think it's Lord Line. But it's not good for Big Red.
Lord Line, yeah.
I think Big Red can do so much of it.
You have to carry a mobility scooter through a window.
No, I don't think there is many windows. It's stairs and doors. It's all flat on outside, so I can do the outside. But when you're going into buildings, it's like steps and stuff. So a lot said that Big Red would do okay, but there's like gaps in floor, and you know how I drive with Big Red anyway, so it might not be one I can do. We've just seen Sophie's just put she could put three of us up if we go to London, so that's lovely. There's quite a good few places in Hull for the investigation in Hull. I'm from Grimsby originally, and Cleethorpes, so know the area well. I forgot name at Wood. Be careful in Lord Line. Even with drug users,
Weasley Woods we went to in Cleethorpes.
Cheers, Andy, for that one, my love. Like Weebley Woods, I think it was. I don't know if you know that one, Laura. I think it was Weebley Woods or something similar. I know it were a weed, weren't it? If Gemma's in, Gemma can put where we went. But that were actually quite an interesting place, that.
Where in Grimsby?
It's like Cleethorpes, Grimsby. But yeah,
There used to be a prisoner of war camp there. There used to be a plantation there.
Yeah, it would not. We went with Gemma last
Wellesby
time.
Woods.
That's it, Wellesby Woods. We did that one, but we wanting to go back, but then we're coming to lockdown, and we never got a chance to go back. Because that were even in Chad, that were a really interesting location. Because you like go up one side of it, don't you? Mm-hmm. And you like brings you out onto Old Farmers Fields at top. So you come back down and then you see monuments or like the outer buildings where some camp used to be.
Chad's No Limits TV.
Oh, it's Chad No Limits. Oh, I didn't realise that. Sorry, Chad, my lovely. And then you come down and you go out bottom and you go up other side and there's wood. There's some woods there, and I can't remember whether there was something to do with like witchcraft, or something in wood. So it would there's like an opening. Gemma knows where it is. I'm not 100% sure, but there's like a big opening surrounded by. It's like all trees are open, aren't they, around it? And it's like these certain energies in there. Bradley Woods is another good one. We've not looked at that one yet, Laura, because I've got to make sure Big Red can get round him. So yeah, if you know any, send them messages, my lovely, and we can add them to list that we've got. Becky got a bit of reprieve between. Oh, Becky got a bit of a reprieve between cleaning. Bless you. Welcome everyone joining us, Nanny Lynn. So is anybody up to anything tonight? Is anybody? I know we can't have big parties, but has anybody got anybody from the bubbles around?
Nobody dares say no.
Well, they daren't because people go, I'm gonna grass on you. You know. I'm gonna phone police on you. Do you know? I hope tomorrow one or either side of us dares to phone police, because you know when they get here they would have a massive shock, because the amount of noise going to be coming out of the house, anybody would think we'd have about 100 people in, but there'll only be 3 of us and we're already in a social bubble.
I was going to say, I've been many times anyway, and nobody's bothered to.
No, they'll just have
anything,
egg on.
Have they?
No. And to be honest, I don't think they will, because I know she's had family round. I know they've had family round. So, I think it's
it's not like I'm coming with a tribe of people with me, is it?
No.
As you say, we've always been in that bubble, haven't we? So,
yeah. But even in tier, not to be 20 of us. I've gone through all rules anyway on tiers, and it does say that if you're in a bubble, you are allowed to stay overnight with the bubble. So yeah, evening, Paul. Have a peaceful, prosperous, and healthy new year. That were a long twisting word for me, Elizabeth. Even Michael.
We're still all right. Obviously, we're in tier 3, so we're still all right meeting up and going out on investigation.
We are. We haven't been put in tier 4 yet. And everywhere around us has.
I'm all right anyway, because I've got a note from my mum.
John's got a note from
what?
I've got a note from my mum saying I'm allowed to go out.
Oh dear. I've got my PJs on.
I have.
Yeah, got my new PJs on.
I've just been in back.
Have you?
Yeah.
No.
So I'm on my own as well tonight, but do you know what?
I
like my own company, so it's the rate, won't it?
You got here, so you're not in your own company just yet, madam. Evening, Shazir, hope you're well. You said you like your own
that.
You crazy chick. Oh, sorry. Did I move my leg? Were you leaning on my kneecap then?
No, you've just...
Oh, have I just kneed you as I've moved?
You just knee me and scratch me, but it's okay.
I just saw his face wince at the side and I'm thinking, what have I done?
Good job, dog didn't see you.
Dear no.
Grabbed you.
But yeah, so we haven't really done much today though, have we? I think I've vegetated. Well, no, I got up about 11 because I didn't go to sleep well about 4 in the morning. So I got up about 11, half 11. Phoned one at daughter's up, messaged other daughter. And then I think I just fell asleep in my chair. And then I was watching bits of that, what's it called that I'm watching now? Flatlanders.
Outlander.
Outlanders, not Flatlanders. Outlanders.
No, Outlander.
Outlander. Outlander.
Outlander.
Outlander. That's what I'm watching now. It's quite good, actually.
Well,
I've got right into it. What have I done? I hadn't even look. My hands have been here all the time, and I'm getting blamed for something.
You move computer. When you move computer for
we're in a deep stay at home lockdown. Are you really? Wow. Oh, I hope they bring you out of it soon. I know many areas surrounding South Yorkshire. I know Derbyshire.
Well, West Yorkshire, Kaz has just put their only in tier 3.
Oh, you West Yorkshire, that's good.
East Yorkshire's in tier 3.
Yeah. Must be Derbyshire side then.
Everywhere south of Yorkshire, I think.
Yeah. It must be in tier 4.
Yeah.
You know.
I think my brother is.
How are you what things are you doing, Chris? What things are you doing to keep yourself occupied though in tier 4? Just for others that may be in tier 4, or if anybody else is in tier 4, share what you're doing to. Well, I know they're in California, but you don't they might be doing something in daytime that somebody else.
No. What I'm saying is, they're not in tier 4 as such. They're on a lockdown.
Business owners losing their livelihood. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of businesses put out a business. A lot of businesses going to go bust next year. Taxi drivers. Drivers.
Amy's doing a lot of crochet.
They've suffered. You're doing a lot of crocheting, Amy. Are you doing any for charities? I said charities. Are you doing any for charity or anything for a cause that's close to you, Amy? Sophie's in Ford. Sophie's Dear London.
Rachel, Rachel's near you, isn't she? Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel's near us.
Tier 3, Rach.
Yeah, Rachel's in tier 3, so she's all right. Julie's doing crochet and reading. Yep. Reading. What is wrong with my head today? There's no in that Dr. Pepper. We're in tier 4. Went to Tesco shopping. Woohoo! Excitement. Don't stick your nostrils down my drink. I've got to put my lips on top of that bottle.
It's not only place you're going to put your lips on top of.
Hey! Really? A lot of crochet and reading. I've made lots of scarves for homeless. That's good, Amy. Told Chelsea that John is in for a surprise when Boo Boo gets in bed with him and Fifi. No, Boo Boo's not allowed in the bedroom. Fifi's like, she takes the bed. Chelsea's got a double bed anyway and a single bed that Boo's got to herself if she wants.
Chelsea probably have no problem with Fifi and Boo Boo.
Like 99.9 regular people.
They'll leave me alone.
Survived COVID.
Fifi will follow you everywhere.
Lancashire's in tier 4. Gillian's in tier 4.
There is taxes in tier 4.
Playing with rocks and crystals. Oh wow, Lisa, you'll have to let me know when you get it up running.
People are getting taxes because everywhere's shut.
Yeah.
We could come and visit you, Lisa, when we can.
Is there no taxes in tier 4? I don't think taxes. No, I think in tier 4, even taxi drivers. I mean, to be honest, on my phone, I shared a link earlier on page, and if you go into tier 4 and you look at the businesses that are non-essential,
but
non-essential, clothes shops are closed. I don't know. There must be about 50 things on this list that are going to be shut. And it's because they're non-essential.
Yeah, but if people need to travel to work to an essential job,
then taxis might be working.
No, taxis are working. It's just that there's not many jobs for
people need to get to their appointments.
Taxi drivers. Yeah, so taxi drivers then are essential, aren't they? Because
jobs open restaurants, so there's no
taxi
jobs
drivers
like that.
To be going out
Town
and doing,
centres
is
are
it?
shut at night, so it's like you're not making any money at night.
It's about time they've put the petrol in the car. They've not even made it on. A lot of other people
are off work. We're non-essential, so
not sure, David, how long we're going to be on for, but I would say for next hour at least.
it's like, say I went an essential worker. Say I'm a ghost hunter, but if I went an essential worker,
that's not essential, you knobhead.
right? I didn't have to work for, and I got time off work. If you got any appointments, you get a taxi.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a lot of things affect taxi drivers, or
Yeah.
how much work they get in a minute.
It's wrong, really. It's wrong. But the thing is, a lot of taxi drivers as well used to rely on what were like prepaid things. So you know, like a lot of big companies would pay for staff to get into work. So, but they go on like what's called like accredited. So the companies pay the bill at end of month or 2 months, whatever. And taxi drivers then will get it back on credit. Do you know what I mean?
So, I mean,
and none of that's
one to work for. Obviously, they've got the car to pay for. If they rent a car, they've got the radio to pay for.
Either after school contracts, they're not charged. Yeah,
they've not changed.
They've not changed. Oh, sorry. That's what I'm saying.
Breaking up, you two.
Are you sure it's us and not you again?
It's not me. I ain't got Wi-Fi on this time.
Oh, yeah, John, no work out there. There isn't. I mean, we've got a couple of friends that are taxi drivers, and it's absolutely shocking. And then what government is giving people to live on when they've been used to having wages that they've had, and now they're like not even on quota, some of them, for wages that they've got coming in, and it's just absolutely just no support out there for a lot of people.
Wow, Laura, if you need any help, let me know.
Oh yeah, Chelsea's
I'll try to help you.
Nursing. Is it district nursing, Chelsea?
I'm doing my qualification for my specialist district nursing degree. Yes.
Yeah, get your teeth in.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't believe you said that.
Oh dear. Also depends if Hackney cab or private hire. I think at minute between Hackney and private, I don't think there's much of a difference for jobs that are coming in. To be honest, Bewitch, when you speak to Hackney cab drivers.
Well, no, because private
David,
hire are pre-booked, a lot of them. So, but Hackney's, they just have to sit there and wait for a fare, don't they?
Well, yeah, but fares don't come. That's what I'm saying.
I mean. So private hires will just they get a call.
Yeah. Laura says she will do, and thank you so much. Yeah. I feel like I'm an apprentice. I feel like I'm on an apprenticeship wage. Yeah, but Rachel, aren't you self-employed? Don't you charge? Don't you get what you make, or are you? Will you be because nail technicians normally keep what they've got coming in, but it's, I suppose again it's if people are coming in for the nails doing. Chelsea is doing a fantastic job. She is. I'm doing this so I can go on to do my nursing degree with the credits eventually. Not sure what I want to specialise in yet, though.
State made all the restaurants buy stuff so they could have outdoor dining. Now they've just told them they can't have outdoor dining.
Wow. Either. They did that over here, though, didn't they? In one of the places, where we drove past, and they were all outside. They were like that big. I'll tell you where it were. That. Do you know when you go to? Where did you go on your own now? And you parked, and I stayed at bottom, and you had to walk up that lane. And there's that house that's.
Oh yeah, Ambergate.
Ambergate. If you look at the day when me and John went. I think we were still in a lower tier then. I think we're in tier 3 then. And what they've done is, because while John were up there, you could hear screaming, you could hear noises, you could hear everything. And what it was at the bottom on the field, one of the pubs and the other pub had joined up, and on the field, they'd got about 100 tables set out, if not more. And there were like 6 people at a table, but they were all...
Yeah.
Spread out, and they were having bingo night. They got music playing. They were proper having, but they could only do it within the 6 that could sit at table. So it were really good. But on investigation side, it wasn't. Evening Trish, it wasn't good because the screams that you were hearing, and like the music playing it back, it were coming from down. I only know because I was sat in car, so I was getting full
Well, it's
run
good,
of
because when they start
music.
screaming, you can always say, it's a demon.
I can
The
hear
demons
something.
are coming.
Yeah. My son's Dean's rang. Be right back. No worries, my lovely. Thanks, Lindsay and Chelsea. I've been drinking the same thing. Can't get your words out. Rent a chair. But
I'm
no.
knackered now. I've been in bath. I've had eating on all day. I'm fed up.
But I've only been
I'm not
tea,
allowed
so I don't
eating
get
on.
any help. Oh, bless Rich.
Look at the
That's
boys.
shocking.
Tired.
Yeah, look how calm he's there. He's not going to be that calm tomorrow, I'll tell you. I'll be making you go out and take dogs out again. Add me if you want to, Chelsea, says Laura. So if you send Laura an ad, then at least you can communicate with each other then.
Yeah, no worries, Laura.
Oh, dear.
No
So
probs.
who
I'll
is
help you
having
if
a
I can.
drink tonight? Who is having a drink tonight of alcohol, not tea? I've got backache right bad. I'm from Michigan. Oh, Charlene, welcome to our ETA family, my lovely.
Hello.
Feel free to ask any question you would like. And we're happy to answer. Everybody will welcome you into chat, my lovely.
I'm not
bouncing doggies
I'm
everywhere.
Not eating on.
Me.
Because Madam always says
They've
she's too
always got the heating on. Every time it's like a frigging sauna in that house. I'm telling you. I have to dress appropriately for going to Lindsay and John's house, right? Because even when it's absolutely freezing cold outside, I can't put a jumper on because I'll be absolutely boiling when I get there.
bikini night tomorrow night.
Dear. Oh, Rachel's on Prosecco. Gillian, me. I'm definitely having a drink or four tonight, says Rhoda. I am. I was going to pop on and say hi. You carried a bit, Sophie. We'll share a link for those that want to pop in and just say a quick hello. Happy New Year to everybody. We'll share a link.
I'm on the Adam's Ale. What's that, Yo-Yo?
Blanket. Go.
She's on the what?
Adam's Ale. Wine.
Cider.
Is it?
I don't know. Did you say apples?
Adams.
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard of that. Me already started Adam's Ale. We already started with my husband and son.
So is it tomorrow you're doing the investigation? I'm going to have to get going as my tea is ready, but might be chance to pop on later. If you have a good night, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Laura. No, tomorrow night there's going to be no.
Having a night off.
We're having a night off tomorrow, so we can enjoy bringing the new year together. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So it will be a night off for us. You're on water, Yolanda.
Wow.
Amy says, "Bring us some whiskey."
Water.
Yeah. Do you know? So yeah, no, we just come on for a natter and just to say, hope that everybody's has a good evening and bringing New Year in. Don't forget to my glasses look right wonky on my head. Don't forget to evening Penny, my lovely. Don't forget to send your messages out before the clock strikes midnight, or do your phone calling, because how stupid does it get on New Year's Eve? I think for the last 4 years, we've all had to say Happy New Year for about 7, 8 o'clock. Because as soon as it gets to like 11 o'clock, 11:30, the phone lines to get through to people are that busy that you can't get through to anybody. And it's like 1 o'clock by the time I've normally got through to my mom. And
baby. It's a baby.
Stop licking and lick your face.
I'm not. I'm trying to move, but you're pulling my earplugs out.
Don't lick. Do you know? Bacardi and Coke, Gillian, your mum's having a Bailey's. Blimey, it's Penny. It says Bewitched. Oh dear. Penny and Bewitched have reunited. What's that song? Reunited. And it feels so good. I think.
You hit fireworks.
Yeah, that was a right loud bang. So yeah. So is there any topics you want to discuss or any questions you want to ask? We will put link in about 5 minutes for those that either want to pop on and ask a question. And I'm not being rude, but we will look if there's queues forming or whatever. It will be just a quick one to come on and ask what you need to ask. Because then it doesn't. Because if somebody's on screen, people sometimes don't want to come in because there's somebody on. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Thank you, ETA Fan, for making 2020 fun and full of laughs, as well as so interesting. I've learned a lot. Oh, bless Rachel. Thank you, my lovely.
Jumped up on back at chair, scratched a pillow down, and then got laid.
I know she has. She's got her ass on my head pillow. Do you know? We're good. Thanks, Bewitched. It's bonfire night outside. I think that's what she meant to put, Rach. I know.
Give Fifi a kiss.
I know. Give Fifi a kiss, please. You can get up and kiss that thing. I know where her mouth's been.
Wait till tomorrow night. You'll have no choice.
I don't know because I won't allow them to come near my face. I don't even allow feet to come near my face. I hold them back with scruff at neck like that. I put my hands like that and stop them from coming because I don't like it. How fat is your tummy after all the festive grub? Humongous, Yolanda. Humongous. I got a question.
John and I have a sit down and discuss tech blueprints.
What's tech blueprints?
What's what?
Tech blueprints.
Where was that?
Amy, I got a question. Can John and I sit down and discuss tech blueprints?
Yeah.
You'd have to give him a ring, Amy. You've got his number. Just send him a message and sort a time out. What best time for you both is to have a conversation. And just give him a ring and have a chit chat, my lovely. Lindsay, she's got her ass on my head pillow. She never changes, lover. Happy New Year, Sandy. Hope you're well, my lovely lady. Happy New Year to everybody. Just want to know how many are still interested in the raffle for the diamond art pictures. Gillian, I've got to speak to you about that because when I'll speak to you offline because it's so much easier to talk to your face on a video call than it is. And it is a good idea. And yes, it's okay, but yeah, I've just got to speak to you on a one-to-one about raffle, my lovely. Thank you, Lindsay, John, and Chelsea, for the love and investigations. You have made me laugh.
Oh, you're very welcome, Julie.
You're very welcome. It's what Lindsay said, Bewitched, about the dog. Oh dear. Well, she did. She scratched my pillow down and then stuck her arse straight on my pillow, sat on it, and now she's turned round.
And put her head on it.
And now she's got her head on it.
So she can smell
and a bum. And a bum. I can see it.
Does your bum go on that chair?
Yes, my bum goes on that chair, but I don't want the dog's bum on a pillow where my head's going to be in a bit.
She probably don't want your bum where her head's going to do on that chair.
I get her out my chair. Do you know? So what we can't even talk about holidays or anything coming up, can you?
Okay,
there's nothing to talk about. Well, there's nothing to talk about. There's lots to talk about.
You've always got something to talk about.
I do and I don't, Chelsea. I do and I don't.
I can't wait for next year because hopefully if we're out of this tier thing, I think there's going to be so much that we can do.
Yeah.
Hoping next year.
Overnight investigations and stuff, you know. So
yeah,
I'm just hoping that things are a bit better controlled and that we're able to do that.
Yeah.
So there's just so many places that we'd like to go to, isn't there?
There's so much we want to do. There's so much. Well, John's making a building quite a lot of stuff. Amy's got 3 pairs of them door hanger alarms to make for REM pods.
They're good, they're really good.
They are good.
Gillian, you haven't offended anybody. You've not offended anybody, sweetie.
No, you've not offended anybody.
No,
we need to.
It's not to do with that, Gillian. It's to do with things that have gone off in past, nothing to do with us, but it's things that have gone off in
Rory's
past for other teams out there when it comes down to raffles and stuff. So that's why we've got to speak to you and for how we proceed with it, Gillian. That's all, my lovely. But there's no offence taken, sweets. It's so foggy outside. What have we got outside? Have we got any snow out?
I'm not. It's freezing around that curtain.
That way.
Shut that curtain. It's freezing.
Let's have a fight talk about religion and politics. Let's no. Oh dear. No. What do we think of the new app? The new app, I know you're joking, Bewitched. The new app actually was quite interesting last night. It was the first time we've used it, and I think it's one that we will be using again, isn't it?
Very interesting.
Very interesting with some responses as well that we got back.
Yeah,
what come out of
it seemed to like Stuart's voice. It seemed to like your voice.
Did seem to tend to go to Stuart's voice a lot, especially when he asked about Samuel. The relevant questions were coming back in.
Is there any energy, any spirits here that wants to communicate?
Sage my house. I don't think anybody can hear that, can they? Can you hear that,
Can you hear it? It sounds like you're raving.
That's later.
Yeah, turn it off. But oh yeah, hang on. For them that don't know which app it is, this is what it is. And then what you have to do, you have to press.
It just silences it. That's all. You press that.
You press that, and it puts it on silent. Then you ask a question. You press it again, and then it'll give you this, lets you know for any response. But yeah, we're going to be using it. What we are going to do as well is, because on pendulum work, what we've realised is with pendulum is you can actually use it on ghost hunting. So that's an interesting one to see. And also we can use it trying to link into the history. Which is going to be interesting to see what comes of that as well. So I think what we will be doing is in the daytime we'll be going somewhere, and we will use the pendulum in the daytime with no history whatsoever. We will be going live while we're doing this. Those that watch us live can then, if they want to, write things down that are said, or energies, note of the places where the energies are more active. And then when we come back at the night time, but thing is, I think on that one, if it's in daytime, it'll be on members first. Because then obviously on members, nobody knows the location we're going to, because obviously you don't just want people turning up. It's less likely people turn up that way. So yes, as John just turned an app on, he's got it, and he's not saged my house. I did have saged earlier, yeah. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be looking at, isn't it, for coming up in here. You know, go and get your jacket and put your jacket round you. It's not cold. I'm absolutely red hot. I've never known what like it. It's a good app. I'm going to try and work with it because it used to be something to do with the Second World War. Wow. You have to let us know how you get on, Sophie. We'll go please funny. Glorious Christmas to be a pig. Myself, it would be rude not to tell the truth. It's picture frozen for anyone or just me. Hopefully it's just you that it's froze for. Damn it, we'll close YouTube. Have you just ever had someone just on investigation? We've never had somebody just turn up on investigation. Bar from like other teams, we might have got there and the other teams will start joining if they've chose that location. As far as anybody just turning up, I'd said no on that one. But then again, I think only teams that have drama get people turning up. And I don't mean that in a bad sense, but I think if a team's having drama with another team, then they're more likely to start trying to cause trouble on their lives, just because they want to. I don't know, because they want to, I suppose. So
I've just been talking to you, but I've muted myself, so obviously you can't hear me. But
that's why Scotty said.
I think the only other time we've had somebody turn up, it's not been intentional, has it? No, I bloody muted myself. I forgot. Oh, look at the state of him.
I know. What's man flu?
Yeah, I think only other time we've had somebody turn up is like not intentional, but just sort of like in passing. So when we went to that house, for example, somewhere near Bradford, and a group of young teenagers turned up because that's where they hang out. And actually, it was quite interesting, wasn't it, Lindsay?
Because they joined in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they started becoming investigators themselves.
Yeah. They started doing stuff as well, didn't they? But I think I think most people that we've come into contact when we're out and about, they're more inquisitive to what we're doing. So I would say, but I wouldn't say it's done on. There's no intent behind it, if you get what I mean.
It's just coincidence rather than actually intent. Yeah.
I've got so much chocolate and sweets left over. Can tell granddaughters can't come so often this year. Oh, bless Sandy. I know. Can't remember which shouting. Lindsay, I love you before someone calls me off. Oh dear. Penny can see me on camera with wait shouting, Lindsay, I love you before someone calls me off. Oh dear, Penny, that's a banging idea. Can't wait to see that. I'll be proud of you.
I'll be proud of you.
Penny, I'll just shout, come and join us.
Do you know what it reminds me of? You know what I thought she ran about at first?
Go on.
The McDonald's drive-through incident.
Oh, Mom. I'm stopping this up.
Well, no, where that man said, all right, see you later, love you.
He did. It's not bad when they are interested and not taking the piss. It ain't done. It's nice when they do that. Somebody put way much soup in this machine. It looks like a bubble bath. I had to take a picture. We've got loads of cheese. Do you know that's thing, isn't it? It's normally cheese and chocolate that you're left with.
Krabs has got loads of cheese, haven't you?
Yeah.
Not in this house.
You were trying to send it to me.
What, cheese?
Yeah. Do you want to take some of this home with your duck? No, thanks.
When we get back off an investigation, we have a cheese toasty.
We do. That made me do that. Oh, Fee.
I heard that.
Yeah, that made me shoulders go then. The twats the dark road.
John, you are a bloody card. Not I love you for making me laugh. What do you mean a card?
Like a
Fee, shut up.
like when somebody says you're a joker, you're a card. You're a bloody
Never
card.
heard of that.
Heard of that one? Yeah.
No.
Lindsay's lover man. Lover.
Mr. Lover. Jelly bombastic.
I can't believe nobody. I forgot who it were.
It's not
now.
rage, it's a firework that's just gone off.
I forgot who it were now who put in chat when somebody put earlier, and I started singing big. I like big butts and I care not.
Butts and I cannot laugh.
Yeah, and somebody put that's not a song.
It is,
and it is a song.
it is.
So yeah, it's Grumpy. He's a shopaholic. As long as he's buying for you, Nanny Lynn, that's good.
One thing we never have loads of left at any time of year is chocolate biscuits.
No, we don't.
And cheese.
No.
Fruit.
That first thing that get eaten.
Fruit and salad we now end up throwing away.
A card means that she loves him.
Ah. That's
Oh,
nice.
by the way, I threw them oranges away
Why?
because they'd gone mouldy.
Why they got what, oranges had?
Yeah.
Well, they shouldn't have gone mouldy.
She's not touched them for about.
They already bought them at Christmas.
Yeah, it's New Year now.
It's a week away. Oranges last.
That was 3 weeks ago.
It wasn't 3 weeks ago.
If there had been chocolate oranges, they wouldn't have lasted that long.
But you have to buy me some new oranges. I've got plans for peel.
Yeah, but you have to eat oranges before you can use peel.
Yeah, but then you freeze the orange sections, and then I can do what I want with peel.
I freeze them.
Yeah, I'm making this concoction.
Oh my god!
So
Why don't you make an orange cake?
I can't bake.
Well, neither can I.
I can't. But you liar, you can bake.
I can't. I'm too impatient.
Baby got back. This is one of my go-to karaoke tracks to bring the house down every time. What do you do with peel? That's a secret, Rach. You'll have to see when I'm done. I need orange peel. I need rose petals. And there's something else I need.
2 years ago, she needed coconut oil for summer, and I found it in drawer.
A year ago.
It were.
That coconut oil, if you look, it was from last year.
It were when Jordan were here, he asked for coconut oil.
Yeah, but I didn't buy any. I bought it last year when I went out.
Last year.
Last year.
Yeah, we're now like in nearly
Yeah,
next
but it's
year.
not been opened. But I've seen a new usage for coconut oil. If you get coconut oil and a bit of lemon, and then you rub it on your feet, put your feet in a plastic bag in your socks, and then it brings all your dead skin off if it works.
Oh, nice. I don't know he's eating.
What a night. Couldn't get a bloody coffee or car wash anyway. How many garages did we go to? That were crazy. That's got to be one of the funniest nights ever out while we've been out investigating that night. Chelsea gets cast. Addy and Becky come out to help us, and it was just like, oh my god, we're never gonna get
How
up.
many garages did we go? About 4, weren't they?
Yeah, I think it were. It's got to be 3 or 4 garages that we went to that night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've shared link.
I got 3 tubs of chocolate.
Thanks for sharing, Antoinette.
You phoned me, didn't you, and said, we're coming, we're on his way. And I said, I've got car stuff. And you were like, you've what? Got car stuff?
We were down road. Shit, we were down road. And
Lindsay got a big tray of Ferrero Rochers, didn't you know?
I did. I give John 2.
Ferrero Rocher. Oh, I like Ferrero Rocher. You can keep jelly babies.
I screenshot that car and put a caption on it. Oh dear, that were a funny night. Places you want to go back to? What places?
Well, at least you thought about you.
One that's got eating.
What places would everybody chat want to see us come to?
Oh,
you're going to meet moderator Rachel now. She's coming on. She's just doing her hair. She's just doing her hair. Wafting her hair about.
It's how I've been asleep on the sofa downstairs.
It'd be nice, actually, if moderators, I mean, you've met Nanny Lynn, but it'd be nice if other moderators would like to pop on and just show your faces so everybody knows who you are.
No, of course.
Is she on?
And it's got, no, some won't come on.
Yolanda might not go about coming on.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll see.
Come on, moderators, everybody. Say hi.
At least now,
Get yourself
people
on,
in chat
Yo-Yo.
can put a name.
And
The thing
Gemma.
is now, though, everybody in chat can put a face to your name, so at least they know who they're talking
I'd like to
to.
go back to that
They might
chapel
not like you,
that
they
we
might
went to.
ignore you.
See, told you got me.
Rachel said, hey.
Well, yeah.
Rachel said hi to Rach. Antoinette said hi, Rach.
If Scotty comes on, he'll have one of them. What are they called now?
Hang on. You'd like which chapel?
I can't see Rach. Where is she?
Me?
She's in. Oh, you're on your phone, aren't you?
Yeah.
She's
There
underneath
you
your
are. Hello.
Can you see?
anonymous mask.
I
Yes,
can see it now.
put an anonymous mask on.
I can see.
Yay. See, I'm warm like John.
Put them out. Be
Nice and
mysterious.
warm.
Oh,
The
Sandy, they won't be
open
sitting on
chapel
tables
is
with
where I
ring.
mean.
Yeah, that were a nice, a good place to investigate that open chapel. Where church were actually outside, and it was stones.
Yeah, that were
like them. It were all stone, weren't it? That were good. That one. You have bewitched.
yeah.
Fab, get your set on. But yeah, it's good. Anything you want to say to everybody, Rachel, while you're on?
Just Happy New Year, and hope you have a nice evening. I will be asleep now, probably knowing me.
No, I'm not going to see 12 o'clock then.
Not a chance.
Me too,
Not
Rach.
a bloody chance. I've got so much food in the fridge as well, and I've not even touched it even through Christmas or anything. I've had a couple of babies, so that's about it. So I need to go and touch some. I've just been on my diet coke.
I was drawn to that one, wasn't I, John? I don't know who's put that on. Evening, sunshine. Hope you're well, my love. Sunshine Queen is here. She's bringing sunshine with her. Welcome. Happy New Year, my lovely.
Happy New Year.
I don't know who's put that one.
Happy New Year.
We're all good, my lovely. Thank you for asking. Just come on for a little chit chat, just so we can bring New Year in early with everybody. But yeah, Rach, what were one of your favourite investigations then? So because obviously you guys, while you're moderating, do try to watch. Yeah, what no.
Oh God, there's been so many, hasn't there? Oh,
it's so hard to choose, isn't it? Because they're all memorable for a different reason.
Got a photo for Scotty if anybody wants to see it.
Go on, then. Show me first.
All right, Scotty.
I'm going to show a photo, you Scotty.
God,
that's Scotty. What's a photo I got?
Are they called the Illuminum or something? Illuminati.
Anonymous.
Oh, that's
Chelsea,
it.
Yeah, anonymous.
Can't you tell she's getting rosy cheeks?
What?
Do you know, my sister's
I've had bloody eating on all day. I put 50 quid on gas earlier and I'm like, it's staying on all day.
How many of you that have got friends know that they've had a drink, even though it might be the first drink, right? I go out with Jenny. Jenny will have a glass of cider and she starts off and she's drinking it and her face is normal. A little bit of a smile here, a little bit of a grin here. And then after she gets halfway down this glass, she goes like Cheshire Cat. She goes rosy in cheeks here, and then a smile is like a big, and that's all she does. She's looking at you and smiling like this. But Jenny's got a habit when she's had a drink and she touches. So we were sat in a bar one day, and I'm sat on a stool, and Jenny's opposite me. I was free and single. Our Jenny's been with Scott for many years. And our Jenny sat and she's putting her hand on my leg when she's talking to me and she's rubbing my leg. And then she's going like this. And then she'd like stroke my arm as she's talking to me. And I had to look at her and say, do you mind? I'm single. You're taken and you're making it look like I'm with you. And she's like, I'm not. I said, Jenny, you took your hands off me all night. She's like, oh, but me and our Jenny have that same. Me and our Jenny, don't we, with that same kind of touchy-feely. I'm like I like to have cuddles and speak to anybody. Our Jenny only speaks to strangers if she's had a drink. Oh, dear.
What do you call it?
Do you know?
Shit-eating grin. That's it. A
shit-eating
grin.
Hey?
What is?
When you smile from ear to ear, is a shit-eating grin.
Cheshire Cat?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of that. Call it Cheshire Cat.
No, I haven't either.
I know.
Smiling like a Cheshire
It's a
cat.
Liverpool thing. It's a Liverpool thing.
Yeah,
Do you know?
I
Or
think
is it
Chelsea
Rachel
has had
thing?
one too many. Julie, I'm on my first glass.
She tells you anything.
So-
If you just said hello to.
Sam.
Evening, Sam. Happy New Year, my lovely. Hope you're well. Share this out again. Got to keep sharing it because it moves up chat that fast.
Sharing's caring.
Sharing's caring. It is. So yeah. So
Obvious
can't you
Scots, I
think of a
haven't heard of
favourite?
that.
Even have you? I hadn't heard of that. Must be an age thing.
I haven't either.
What?
Said it must be an age thing. Because I think Chelsea, Rachel, how old are you?
39.
She's saying I'm old.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh. You showed your age there, then, Chelsea.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, dear.
So, where you going? You going for a tinkle?
Sprinkle my poison.
Sprinkle your poison.
Is it not?
No, it weren't sprinkle your poison. What, drizzle?
No, it was sprinkle somewhere.
Drain the
What did
lizard.
they call it?
Sprinkle your potion.
But yeah, there was sprinkle your potion.
Potion, that's it.
And don't do emotion.
I nearly spat coke all over me for the bed then. It's all right. It's on Scott's side. He won't mind a bit of wet patch.
Dear. But yeah, if anybody wants to come on and wish everybody an happy New Year, please just click the link. Doesn't matter if you've been on before.
Christmas and a Merry New Year.
So if somebody else adds to join, Rach, I'll take you off, my lovely, and I'll keep doing it that way. Then everybody gets a chance to be on. How are you, Sam?
Hi, Sam.
See you soon. Are you there, Sam?
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I am. Your photo's gone off.
Hello.
Sam, can you hear us?
I got
Somebody
a
ask
promotion.
Sam. Come back. Are you back?
Hello.
Are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Is anybody there?
Can you hear us, Sam?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Marvelous. Thought we'd lost you then. I don't know if it's
How are you,
internet that's
Sam?
running slow.
I'm not too bad. I forgot to turn off YouTube. That's why I was
Oh,
hearing myself
bless you.
back.
Oh dear. Same button again. How are you, Sam? Have you had
Could
a nice
be worse.
Christmas?
It was the same as any other day, sort of thing, because most of my
Yeah.
family are across border. Rachel was at her mother's house. I had something nice to eat, and what I done last Christmas, I was on my own last Christmas, and I was going to go out and do a video, but it was raining, so I couldn't get out. So, oh well. Do you know?
Are you going to try and get out tomorrow if weather's all right, Sam? Or what tiers are you in now then?
I don't know what the tier is, but apparently we're supposed to be indoors from 8 o'clock at night till 6 o'clock in the morning, but it's not signed into law as such.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of shops have to be closed at 8 o'clock, even essential shops, 8 o'clock in the evening. So more of the same, basically.
Wow.
More of the
I've not made a drink. I'm in for a week.
Are you doing anything tomorrow in daytime? Or if weather's nice, are you going to try and nip out, Sam? Or are you?
Oh, what you done now?
I haven't done anything. It just keeps doing this.
You broke Sam.
I am broke Sam. I don't know whether it's our link, whether it's Sam's link. But it did it earlier. It like it's taking her in and out of chat.
She's back.
You're back, Sam.
I think so.
We can see you. We can see you.
Happy New Year to you all, my lovelies. I think we might try and get out tomorrow if we can. If weather allows it, I think we might try and get out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have you after 8 p.m. COVID is very, very, very much more contagious, don't you know? Do you know, but it's true that though. I mean, what I don't get is yesterday, Prime Minister come on and half the country's gone in lockdown starting from 31st.
Yeah, well,
do you know, I mean, it don't make sense.
But
but they did that last time, didn't they?
Like when they came on Monday and they said from Saturday, and you're like, well, if it's that bad, why aren't we doing it from tomorrow or later today? Why are we waiting till next Saturday?
Yeah,
exactly.
So I don't know. I mean, I know they say people can get their affairs in order and that they can go and see who they need to see, I suppose, on last day, but it's still difficult. Scotty's put, I heard it get worse. Dear. But yeah, I mean, we're lucky at minute. We've stopped in tier 3. So basically, we're still allowed to meet up in groups of 6 in an outdoor location. We're not allowed to go into any buildings or anything like that because it's not classed as being out in open air, is it? So buildings are off limit for us. But we can meet up to 6 people in a park.
Yeah,
so
I started a new hobby, and the lockdown affects that as well. So the stuff that I bought for my new hobby, all I can do is basically look at it. Do you know?
Yeah.
And what's your new hobby, Sam? If you don't mind asking.
Airsoft, target shooting, like.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Have you got space in your garden to practice?
I don't have it.
I haven't got it.
I don't have a garden. That's the problem, you know. So yeah.
People out in the...
Oh, this thing. I got BBs for it yesterday, and I tried it out with a cardboard box and that on the other end of the hall. I think I need a new. I think I need a bigger house. It's pretty.
Well, you did before you started buying that, Sam. When you have all stuff, you've got all spirit boxes and dolls and other ones and stuff you needed.
Yeah.
No worries, though, my lovely.
Never mind all night vision gear that you bought, and helmet and all monocle. Night vision.
Oh, see you later, love you.
Yeah, I bought the Babilov monocular, and I bought the Nightbox binoculars and that, and actually the monocular that I already done a review on it, I think is actually better than the Nightbox. And the last video I done on it, actually, the what you could see was a little bit fuzzy, but I wasn't that used to it, and I hadn't focused it properly. So it's a possibility that the visions could have been cleared up on that, because I've been messing around with it since. But say if you were on a location, on an outdoor location, and you were looking down on it, you can look at it down on it, you know, from 100 to 150 meters. And, you know, and you can video and you can take still shots. And I tried it with extra night vision lights and that, and it didn't make any difference. The night vision light that was actually in the product itself was good enough as it was. It's pretty impressive. But
yeah,
for paranormal investigating inside a house, it's not going to work, because it's magnified one time, so it's going to show everything really close up and that, you know. But for long distance and outdoor locations, when you're looking at distance, pretty impressive stuff, to be honest. You know, pretty good, you know.
There.
Wow. Cool.
That sounds right interesting, Sam. I did see Scotty say that he'd like to have a go at that airsofting.
One of my mates,
I wanted to have a go at it, but I think I won't get away with it in a wheelchair.
You'll be lethal.
to buy any stuff for airsofting guns and everything.
Yeah, it's a
You're
fortune.
It's a fortune, but you're actually supposed to go to a club and you get like not a license, but you get like a thing stamped or something to show that you've done so many sessions at airsoft before you can go into one.
My brother, he took up archery last year sometime as a hobby. He's got like a target shooting range thing in his back garden because he's lucky enough to have a big enough garden to do it.
Yeah.
But it can be very, very costly. And again, like John says, he joined a group where they like went through the ranks of like beginners and then
there is one in Sheffield that I'd love to go and have a go at, and it's axe throwing.
Is there? I've not seen that one.
There's an axe throwing.
Axe throwing.
Yeah.
I might be good at that.
So I'd love to.
I'd be good at axe throwing, and I think I'd be good at archery. I'm not saying I'd be good at it. I'm saying I could do it. Like Rachel said, Rachel's put it'll be a drive-by on Big Red if I did pay, but
If I go axe throwing, do I put my beard on?
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Because of the licensing laws or the legal end of things. This gun is an AK-74, and it's so realistic that it had to be. The 50% of the body had to be resprayed a different color in order for me to have it legally. Yeah. You know, I'd show it only for. I'm afraid that you might get demonetized or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
I've got two guns.
Hiya, Michelle.
But they only to fire blanks. They're like.
I mean, one actually just don't show him.
I'm not
like Sam says.
A friend of mine gave me. He moved to Australia, and he weren't allowed to take him with him. And he used to be into Western stuff, you know, like cowboy reenactments and stuff like that. So he got like a gun with holster, and it just fired blanks, but it looks real.
It does look real.
So I've got that again.
But yeah, you know, James got all them. He's been doing airsofting from I bet he was about 6 when his dad used to take him. Scott used to take him, and he's got all kit. You know, head, body armor, everything he's got, and it's his bedroom wall is just full into at different guns and stuff.
Axe throwing on Breaking Dad was so funny.
Or I'll have to Google that and see if it's on YouTube and see if I can watch it. My chinchilla for the last few nights has been following things or something that wasn't there. Wow.
Yeah, basically, it's like a prop gun.
Chihuahua, not chinchilla.
Oh, I thought no.
So I got
Chihuahua in it.
in that.
No. Didn't say Chihuahua, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought it said chinchilla. Not a lot due to defences in place, but it often rises to the defence. The village has gates on which shut. The river flows round. Crazy, but amazing to see nature and what it's capable of. Wow, Penny. But it's say. I think I need to take my eyes out. They might be get me other teeth in. But it is. I mean, I would have loved to have done stuff like that, but like I said, for me, I think it's. There's no way I could do it. They'd shoot me because I'd just be sat in one spot.
You wouldn't be moving target, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, no, you'd be on Big Red, wouldn't you? So you'd have the advantage. You'd be wheel spinning.
I'm too much of a horse to get involved in airsoft shooting each other.
To be honest, he doesn't. They could. I mean, our James, when he's come back, our Jenny's phoned me and she said, "You want to see Bruisers or James?" No, wait, they've actually hit him and stuff. But yeah.
Random question. Have you ever shot a real gun?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, you have,
Have
haven't you?
Would you call a point? Yeah, a .22, which is the smallest caliber there is. But yeah, and I ended up with a black. I didn't hold it properly. I was looking through the sight, and I forgot about the blowback, which wouldn't be a white lot in a .22, but I ended up with a round black eye. It looked awful funny. I just went,
wow.
You know.
Have you, Lynn?
What gun did you shoot?
I don't know what gun it were. I couldn't tell you what gun it was. I was only young. One of my dad's best friends at the time, they called him Jeff as well. He was big into guns and going to shooting ranges, and he took me to shooting range 2 or 3 times. Yeah.
Wow. And you may touch one in your later years.
It
may have touched one in later years, but that's like that. But yeah, no, I've never. I don't think only guns I've touched is just like your rifles, you know, like air rifles for like rabbit hunting or not that I did rabbit hunting. What we used to do with air rifles is we used to sit in woods and wait for people to pass by and then you'd shoot them.
Gee, the thing.
So not hunting rabbits then, Linz, no?
No, we just used to sit in woods. And we'd we'd never hit anybody.
Did you ever have a Tin Can Alley?
Pardon? I had Tin Can Alley, yeah. Sophie's joining us.
Amy's actually got a longbow of her own.
Hey, Sal.
Evening, Sophie. Well, my lovely. Sophie, this is Sam.
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good, my lovely, thank you.
What's up?
Have you got any questions to ask us, Sophie, or are you just joining for chit-chat?
No, I just popped on to wish the 88 family a happy New Year.
Oh,
thank you so much.
My lovely Sophie and Lindsay and John.
Thank you. So yeah, have you ever touched a gun? Have you ever held a gun, Sophie, or been into sort of like airsofting or anything along the lines?
No. I've had no gun.
I don't think I'd like to, but I think I'd be a wuss. Oh, John's got his sword out now.
I've done. Is what? What is sword out?
He's just whipped his sword out and started swinging it. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? Nearly had me eye out.
Helicopter.
Oh my God.
Do you know, it's funny because Michael come down to see us the other day. And first thing he did is he picked John's sword up and started swinging it round. And I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? It's a real sword. Oh, yeah. John's just a helicopter. Oh dear. Rhoda said happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to Sophie.
Bewitched says hi, Sophie.
Deanna says she's got a CO2 cartridge gun that she uses. John's just nearly smashed his face in. Clay shooting. Have you done swinging now?
Yeah. I went to let dog
out. Penny's on my half Ronnie's long sword. He did hear me. It's it's not an obsidian sword. It's coated in black obsidian. Again, I don't think we can show it.
I'm not going to get it out, I'm sure.
I'm not going to get it out.
It's in its sheath.
It's in its sheath.
It's just a black. Is that one of the replicas from the museum?
Yeah, well, what it was, remember Claire?
Yeah.
Yes, Claire gave John that, and the knife Mr. Smith has been on about that he gave to us, the Swiss Army knife, we gave to Claire in like as an exchange for that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we don't believe in having knives in house. So the Swiss Army knife was too different in house, and Claire didn't collect them. So we swapped that, didn't we? So that's how we come into the obsidian.
That's just a ceremonial one.
But it's just a ceremonial one. It's not a sword. So yeah. Don't think Sophie knows who Bewitched is because she's only seen my real. Oh yeah, Sophie, Bewitched is Yolanda.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because she's on YouTube.
Guys, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Antoinette. Hope you're okay.
Happy New Year, Antoinette, my lovely lady.
We'll see you soon.
But yeah, I can't wait for next year to come about because I'm hoping that once, like you said, once whether this injection works, whether this whatever it is, once everything gets sorted, it like I mean, I know Sam's got some amazing places to go back to investigate. I know we've got some good locations. We would love to go get across to Ireland as well, to where Sam is, so we can investigate with Sam and Rachel. I can imagine would be a blast. In fact, I don't even know how much investigation would get done with Sam and Rachel, because I think that would just be constantly just laughing.
Walking about, yeah. I mean, like most. Yeah, most of my locations are in the south, and I am about a mile or less from the actual border, and I can't cross it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And one of the locations that I want to get to is a military base, like the base that we done 6 episodes, except for there's underground tunnels in this. A local team got to go to it. We're itching to get going, and obviously we have some trigger objects now. Pardon the pun, but bringing a gun onto an army base will it increase activity? We'll see. You know.
Well, you don't know, do you? You don't know. Oh, John's found his note. Are you ready? To who it may concern, to who it may concern, John from Exploring the Afterlife is allowed out to play during the COVID pandemic. Thanks, John's mum. So that's the note that we've got to prove that John can go out during COVID because it's from his mum. But that does sound like a fab place to go, Sam. I mean, we've got there's quite a few RAF bases around here. Not near Sheffield, but up and down country, different RAF bases that I'd really love to get into.
There's a few in Lincoln, isn't
there? There's Lincoln, there's some near London. There's
one near Worksop.
It's crazy. Yeah. Sam, pendulum dowsing. Have I asked you about that before? Yeah. Oh, I haven't. I asked you.
Yeah, we did.
Sure, on last pendulum as well.
Well, we've been reading today that actually pendulums are good when you're doing ghost hunting, or if you go to a historical place that would have had a lot of energies happening around there. And what it said to do was, because I know you've got your dowsing rods, so they could work exactly the same, you know, for you to just try it out. If you don't know history about a place before you go,
Indiana.
Hi, Rachel.
Just remind me to read it. What it was saying is, get a map out and look for a name I don't know what kind of name that, but look for like a name place that interests you, that you don't know the history about. Go there, and like, you know, in daytime, use your rods or use your pendulum and see where the energy picks up. Because obviously negative energy would get picked up as well. You know, like if there were a battle on field or surrounding area, that would cause negative energy. But it also picks up the positive energy things that's happened. And then at night time, you go back and do your investigation and you see whether the areas have pinpointed to the places that you've drawn on a map earlier in the day. Just to see how thingy it is. That's one of ones we're going to be doing earlier in New Year. But I think it's going to be so interesting. Just to see.
Interesting you said
what it
that.
Does do.
Yeah, interesting you said that, because sometimes, and it's usually off camera, if I go around, you know, before I start filming, to just sort of feel the energy, I might take out one small dowsing rod and I would hold it, and it doesn't have to move. All I want to do is feel the energy. I don't need it to move over and back or anything like that. Just hold it out and, you know, see will the energy travel down the rod, you know. And you know, because I am very sensitive with the hands, you know. I don't know what it is with dowsing rods. I don't like using them an awful lot, because actually sometimes the energy is so intense that I end up with pins and needles and stinging hands. I don't know what it is, but
try a pendulum. Try a pendulum and just see. I mean, both me and Chelsea, I mean, we wear our pendulums anyway, don't we? Yeah. So that one's mine. But mine, I hold mine on like a double chain, so it's not as easy to manipulate because it's on like a double chain thing. And I mean, Chelsea's done with her pendulums amazing. For how it responds to her. But what we do when we go live with it, you can see. Well, his arms are normally on a pillar, you know, to keep his arm straight. So you've got your arm needs to be like a surface, so it don't move. You just hold his hands like that, and then the pendulum does the rest. But we have his hand and the pendulum on, so you can see that it's not us that are, you know, like how some hands are like up here and you just see the pendulum. Everything you can see is all on screen. But it's been really experiments we've been doing. It's been so interesting.
It's been ace, we had some really good stuff earlier.
Because if you're just looking for energy, all a pendulum will do is it shakes. Yeah. And that's when it's getting energy, and it's just, and all it does, it's really weird. It's like the pendulum jumps, but the chain it's on, it like does a shake, and that's when it's receiving energy, whether it's from ground, whether it's from wherever. Do you know what I mean? But it might be an interesting one to try, Sam. You know, just to say you've tried it, done it, and whether how you felt with it. Evening, Claire, my lovely. Yeah. I'm very pissed.
Chelsea, we're ready for tomorrow.
Oh. What, John?
Raspberry.
We're ready for tomorrow.
Oh. I tried to get some.
Cherry.
Oh, have you got 2 bottles? Oh, no.
Yeah.
I tried to get some earlier. They didn't have any at one shop.
That's for shop games. No. Deanna's put she loves our pendulum work. Happy New Year, Claire, to you and family, my lovely lady. But yes, pendulum work's been so interesting, I've found.
Yeah.
I mean,
I absolutely love it. It's amazing,
today,
what you get from it. It's
through was so good. She's been telling me, damn you, I'm a blonde, natural, but ombre now for sure. Well, I think they're having a different conversation. But yeah, it also says that you can. What other one? It said you can relics. Were it? They were ghost one, and what other one? What did we do before in book? Can you pass me book?
card in a minute.
What, the pendulum book?
Yeah.
It were about
said
different
dowsing,
types
but
of pendulum, wasn't it?
You can do psychometry.
What?
Tells
kinetics.
Yeah, I can't.
Can't remember now. Some kinetics.
No, I can't. Yeah. But yeah, remote or map dowsing, that were it. Remote or map dowsing that you can do. But it's honestly, it's fascinated quite a few of us. We responses that you get and everything else. It's so interesting.
What do you think about using the rods or pendulums near the caves around?
Deanna's put, what do you think about using the rods or pendulums near the caves round here? Round where, Deanna, my lovely? I know where she is, but I don't know what the place is called.
What she put earlier when she put about caves, I think it's 8 miles away from her, and there's supposed to be some blue people there.
Well, I don't know, because the land Deanna's on, if I can remember rightly,
it's Native American.
It's Native American land.
Yeah.
So for me, I would be very, and it might just be my position. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but for me, I'd be very careful what I was doing on Native American land, just like I would be in a cemetery, because it's sacred places. So as long as I think it's all done with respect, then yeah. But seeing blue people, you'll have to send us some information. I live in
down to
Blowing
intention
Cave.
again, Linz, doesn't it? Really, what your intentions
are, I suppose. I'll look where that is. Have a nice night and Happy New Year, my sweet lady.
I'll give you a call tomorrow.
All right, my sweet lady. Mwah. Love you loads.
Yeah, love you too. And you, Chelsea.
Bye.
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 If I can. I don't know if I can remove Sophie. It's not letting me remove. Oh, there we go. Sophie's gone. So yeah, yeah, that might be whether to whether you can. That'd be that'd be a good way. But yeah, where Deanna lives, she's got something. She's already put name at caves. Blowing Caves, and it's in Cushman, Arkansas.
Yes.
So I'll have a look, see if I can find any history, Deanna, and see what we can come up with. Or if you've got history, have a look. Today was the first day I've
ever seen the pendulum. I found all aspects of it very fascinating. Oh, bless you, Claire. Do you know what? It fascinates me every time. Honestly, it does.
I mean, Chelsea, do you want to try and do it on main page and see what we get on main page, or do you think it's best at minute just keeping it to members? Only because
I'd absolutely do it on the main page. The only thing is that people need to understand that we may not get round to everybody in one session.
Yeah.
Although we'll try as best. It's like when Lindsay's doing a tarot card, you can't always get to everybody in one session because it takes time. And sometimes you can connect with some and you don't get so much of a connection with others. So it's just bearing in mind that, you know, it's the spirits really that guide us into it. It's not who we pick to choose. So, but yeah, absolutely, I'd do it on main page.
You'll have to watch it. Do you know, Sam? Do you know when we do it? I'll have to send you a reminder and just come and join, even if you're just in background and not chatting. Just watch and just see what actually comes out when we're doing pendulum for what's relevant or sometimes not relevant to people. Do you know what I mean? But it really is
really interesting stuff, haven't we? Over the last few times that we've done it. Well, every time we've done it, we've had some really interesting stuff. We had the name. What was the name now that came out? Hazel earlier, but it wasn't spelt the typical way that you would spell Hazel. It was spelt with a Y. And the pendulum was able to spell that out, even though nobody had no knowledge of that name in chat. So
it was a question. What we do is so like you ask a question, Sam. Right? Obviously, your first question's got to be a yes or no answer for you. And then afterwards, once the question is answered, what we do then is we ask the spirits that's come forward, or if no spirits come forward, we ask if there's a spirit message. And sometimes it'll swing forward, sometimes it goes in a circle, and sometimes it goes to a no. Normally, if it goes round to round, that means that maybe there's no question that needs to be asked from spirit. Or it could be that the energies aren't strong enough to give a message.
Yeah.
Majority of time we've done it. In fact, I think it's averaging out the same on both. It'll swing, and then what we do is we're using pendulum board, but I'm not anymore because it's so much easier just to hold it in your hand and ask it to. So we'll say a letter, and it'll be swinging back and forwards, and then all of a sudden you just see it starting to change direction. And it'll go on it spells something out. Now, some people can take what it says. Some people don't realize what it said, and then they go away and come back and say, "Oh, we're talking to such and such." Actually, that was quite relevant. And then some people say, "No, can't take it at all," which is fine because it's like having a tarot reading. Really, you connecting with what you can who you connect with, if you know what I mean, whether it's your higher self, whether it's because that book was just so interesting on how people have seen it from the start. It's a person that's moving it. Is it just a person's energy? But then if it is my energy that's moving it, how would I know that? Let's say I'll pick Rachel in chat. So let's say Rachel asks me a question. I don't know Rachel. I know Rachel to talk to, but I don't know like a nanan and a granddad's name. And I said to Pendulum, if Rachel's nanan with us, can you spell out your name? And she starts spelling something out like Mary. And Rachel's nanan is a Mary. How can I explain? Exactly. I can explain that that's just it was something that wasn't in our mind anyway.
Yeah. Claire's just put in chat about earlier when we were doing the pendulum. I asked if was it your nan, Claire? I think it was, wasn't it? I got a message for Claire, and a nan spelled out the word kiss, and Claire said that she'd kissed a nan's photo for the first time in months and months.
She kissed a mom.
Oh, sorry, a mum. Yes, yeah.
I said to the question, if Claire's nanan is with her or something, can you name something Claire got for Christmas? Like a gift for Christmas. Yeah. And it spelt out kiss. And Claire put in chat afterwards. Yeah. She's not seen her mum because of lockdown. And on Christmas Day, the best gift Claire got was the kiss that she got given to her mom and her mom giving back to her. But we didn't know that she'd kissed. That was the first time she'd seen her mom. We didn't know that a kiss would have been special and relevant. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it would. I know you can be skeptical about everything. I suppose it's like equipment that we use, isn't it? Everybody you get skeptical about a lot of things. Relevant responses. Evening, David. If you're getting relevant responses, then obviously then it's It's that intriguing, interesting bit, isn't it? Do you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes we do get responses, and we don't know the meaning of the responses that we get. Whether that's because that hasn't happened yet, and maybe that's something that will make sense in the future. We don't know. But nevertheless, it's always intriguing, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with all of this, you know, paranormal investigating across the board involves so many different things. And the thing is fitting into what's comfortable for you. Like I fitted into the ITC, and I've certain boxes that I will use and pick up, and other boxes that I sort of don't particularly use. I have one box which I bought, and I call it the swearing box. And every time I use that box, I guess very negative stuff. It's very difficult, and I don't think we'll ever sort of get to the bottom of all of it, you know. Yeah. But you know, as paranormal across the board, there's so many different things, and you know, when you find the thing that you really want, you know, put all your energy into that, and you know, you'll get more results concentrating on that one thing rather than trying to fit in the whole way across the board and be, you know,
do you know, I know what you're saying. So I get what you're saying. It's like everybody works differently in paranormal. There's not, people try to copy other people.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you try and copy somebody else, I'm not being funny, but it doesn't work because you're not being you. So Sam could say to me, you need to try this spirit box. Yeah. But because I'm not, I do love the spirit boxes, but I'm not, I'm more pendulum side. Do you know what I like? I like working with pendulum. I like working with tarot. Exactly. But you've got, and it's like it's finding the niche that suits you within the paranormal world. I think it is. Because like
then
I said,
on the flip side of that, Linz, on the flip side of that, I think as well, though, you know, I understand what you're saying, Sam. I understand what you're saying, Sam. But I think sometimes, you know, it's good to have the option to explore something in a different manner, because that helps us to formulate evidence and kind of back things up, I suppose. So if you've got something coming out the spirit box and you're able to ask spirit to spell that out using the pendulum, and you get the same kind of word or the same word, then that surely would be quite significant evidence, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's very, very true, because you know, a lot of our methods are not 100% proven in that. So when you're talking about electronic communication, it's good to have something backing that up as well.
Absolutely.
You know, when you get a response on an electronic device, it's not class A evidence because we can't see or hear it, but you're getting a response, but it's extra strong when that response happens on something else that's completely different.
That's what I'm going to ask you that, Sam. I'm going to ask you that. Have you ever been on an investigation where, say, the spirit box has come out with something, and then different devices at similar times of like things have triggered off at the same time or come out with the same things, you know, like when you've worked in like bigger teams, or even when you and Rachel's been out, has there been a time when you've like had that kind of like validation? Like, it's not, it's a validation for us. It's not a validation to say, oh my God, this is real, but that validation to say, wow, that's just come through on that, it's on that, and we've caught it on that. Do you know? Have you ever experienced that, Sam?
The nearest thing I've experienced is a guy that had two REM pods, two ghost meters, one on each end of the room, and he started asking questions, and he started asking yes or no answers, and if it's yes, this one; if it's no, this one. Next thing, they were going off after each question. Immediately after each question, and it wasn't the same one. There was yes or no coming through. I thought it was pretty good. We tried that ourselves. We tried that ourselves with 4 REM pods on a floor, and they seemed to have taken to 2 of the REM pods, but the 2 other ones they wouldn't go near for some reason. Do you know?
Yeah.
And I tried to get them to touch the other 2, and they wouldn't. And I says, "Can you touch these other 2?" And next thing, the other 2 would go off still,
totally.
which you know, at the same time, you know, that is why Rachel does love the REM pods. You know.
I do. I love REM bears. My favourite has got. I mean, I love my REM bear. But Urquibus has just said, I say the more variety in ways to communicate brings more evidence. One spirit may prefer an app to the spirit box, and it's true. I think have we ever been anywhere? Weren't it when we went to Canal when we got all of them going off at the same time? The bear, the 2 balls going off.
And the balls.
I think I'd asked. I don't know if it were me that asked the question or whether it were one of your. No, I'm saying I can't remember who asked the question, but somebody asked a question. Can you affect all 3, all objects on floor? And the balls went off, and the bear was going off. So that intrigued us when we were there, didn't it? Because it were like, wow, you know, how often does it happen where you can get multiple things going off at the same time? You know, there were no, the wind factor, there was no wind that night. It was a really still night because we always said what wind's like. We show movement on trees. And to be honest, you can normally see wind as well because balls will start moving if it's really high wind.
You can hear it, can't you? You can hear it through my
You can hear wind coming in. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Certain things the spirits will, I believe. Like Scott is put, in the same way an investigator prefers certain things, the spirits will as well. Scotty believes.
Absolutely.
And there might be easier things that they can use to come through. Or it might be how your energy works with spirits, with the apparatus that you use to communicate.
That's a big word, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't even into my head that word apparatus. But is it apparatus we use though?
Yes.
Is it? Oh, look at me! Woo woo! I got a name.
It's apparatus. Apparatus is not right.
I've had marbles rolling on my coffee table on request.
Wow.
And I have half thought, will I grab the camera? And then I said, no, this is just too personal, because I was in floods of tears because I was asking them to roll. It was after a Spirit Box session where I got the name Timmy again. And the name Timmy is linked to a static bear that I have, which I don't tend to bring on an investigation because of the possibility that the story that I wasn't fully given when I bought the bear, it was only afterwards when I emailed person says I got the bear and that, and they says we can't use the bear, just They should have told me beforehand, but we can't use the bear. We brought this to a hospital, and since we brought the bear home, I've had activity in my house, and I done spirit box sessions, and it seems to be a child called Timmy. So I got the child Timmy come up on the spirit box. So when I turned off the spirit box, I put some marbles down on the table. And I says, Timmy, can you come play with the marbles? Next thing, the marbles started moving around in the circle. And I says, Timmy, can you stop that now? And I was so engrossed in this that I wouldn't put it out on the internet, because it would just cheapen this experience.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Personal experience, isn't it, Sam? And that's personal, you know. But that, and like you said, it's not to be shared out if that's how you feel, you know.
Oh yeah, but marble moving was not a personal experience, is it?
No, but the teddy, the links to the teddy and everything.
Well, when you're engrossed in it, I was engrossed in the moment. You know, please move the marbles, and when the marbles start moving, everything around you just does not matter.
Yeah.
Do you know, you're so fixed on it.
You've got that emotional intention then, Sam.
That's exactly what it is, you know. And as well as that, we do have personal experience that we can only talk about. And a lot of the time, that's the biggest evidence that we've got, is that personal experience. You're doing your everyday things and something happens, you know, and the link with Timmy, you know, I'm putting things together here, but, you know, it does fit, but at the same time, I'm still piecing it together.
Yeah.
That mightn't be 100% true, but one morning I was woken up by the sound of a child running up and down my hallway.
I remember you telling me about that, Sam. Yeah.
And when I stood there and I says, I must be still asleep. And then I says, but I'm not. And I went and I opened the door quickly like that, and it just stopped. Yeah. And the dog was running around as if it was excited about something. My dog doesn't get excited. But she's too lazy to get excited. But that is experiences that will take you to your grave. You'll never forget something like that.
Yeah.
But you can't show it on the internet because it's a personal experience. You can't document it, but you'll always carry it with you, you know?
Yeah. I know
we've
Claire's
got a few comments in Chatlands. It's my own personal experiences that got me interested in the paranormal.
Penny's put
Mimi Neil, Happy New Year, guys. Thank you for all you have done to help us through the pandemic so far. May all your dreams come true in 2021, and same to you.
But personal experience. I think for a lot of people that get into paranormal on levels, I think we've all had either a personal experience or we've all lost somebody, and there's always a link back to what got you into paranormal. It's not like you just wake up one morning, is it, and think, oh, I'm going to get into paranormal this morning. I think it all links back to his own personal experiences that actually lead us down path of going into paranormal. I know for some, it might be that they're watching a program on telly and it's like, that's got my interest. So there is different links into paranormal for everybody. But I think quite a few people will say, like Claire has, their own personal experiences that have brought them together to paranormal.
Yeah. I think, you know, for me and for a lot of other people, we were kind of pushed towards it through grief. Now, the person that died, I've never communicated with, but if I can communicate with something else in the paranormal, I got some idea that my loved one is safe.
It's okay,
it is
safe as well. Yeah.
Do you know? We very, very often don't get, you know, the names of those loved ones coming up on a spirit box or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if we get paranormal activity and we get some proof that there's a life beyond this one, we've got some idea that our loved one has passed on to a better place.
Yeah.
And it's comfort for us.
That's
so,
what Penny's put. Penny's put, I feel it brings hope to some. I know it does me. Hope there is more to this world than we see. And the thought of anyone lost, that they are still around with us and that we're still going to be able to communicate with them. Scotty's put, mine's a mix of shows and personal experiences. But yeah, I think it's just for it does bring comfort, but also please, please, please don't let that comfort con you for money. Don't think by paying money out to communicate with your loved ones or to hear something from them, because there's too many con artists out in this world that may be bringing you. And you know, if you've got the money to spend on going to people like the ones that do prey on those, then that's fine. And if it brings you comfort, but don't think that it's a telephone call to your loved ones in spirit, because there is no telephone call to loved ones in spirit. We do get things that
unfortunately we can't always communicate with those that we want to communicate with. They choose when it's the right time to communicate.
They do, and there's other ways of knowing. There's other ways of knowing that your loved ones are with you, because they do give. I do believe that they do give signs to us. I always there were the last example I'm going to is 1 year on my birthday. I asked my dad to give me a sign that he was going to say happy birthday. I was saying happy birthday to me. It was absolutely pissing it down. And I mean to the level of bouncing on the floor, coming up to your knees, absolutely chucking it down. The sky was black. But as I was walking back to the tent, the sky opened up for a matter of it wouldn't have even been 2 minutes, but it opened up and a light shone through. And it was like as if there were no moon. It wasn't the moon behind it, because you could see the clearly, but a light just opened up in dark space and closed up. And for me, that was a message for what I'd asked my dad to do, you know? But I was looking for that message. It might not have been, it could have just been an accident that the clouds parted and a bit of light were coming through, like ricocheted off moon kind of thing. And that could have been what it is.
Got a meaning.
It's got
a meaning.
It had
to you,
personal meaning to me. And like that's anything. What you've got.
Yeah. It's like anything. It's like when you do the pendulum or tarots, you know, it's not always something that could actually mean something, but if somebody could take some comfort from that, if it's got a meaning to them, then you know, it's Sandy's always been interested in paranormal since losing. What we got in chat. But do you know what? I think that's what links us all together within ETA family, within Life After Life Productions family. That link together is what keeps us all together. Is the same longings, you know, the same. We all want that guarantee kind of thing, even though we know we're not going to get it. We've all got that same aim, and that's what makes Chat special, is the fact that that's what we're all in here for, and it brings us all closer together, you know. It has. So, my lovelies, it is now been 2 hours
that we've been live. So I am going to call an end to the live because I am going to go get a glass of wine. So I am going to say good night to all you lovely lots. Happy New Year from all of us at the ETA team and to all of our ETA family members too. Sam, Happy New Year to you, my lovely. Not sure if you're going to be like us and in bed before 12 o'clock. I might just raise my finger and say Happy New Year to John. I'll give him away from chair. I'm
going to raise one finger to you at midnight.
Happy New Year to Bestie. Love you loads and can't wait to see you tomorrow. So, yeah. Year. So, take care, everybody.
See you later,
sweet
guys.
dreams.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Make happy memories in 2001. No, 2020. Make happy memories
2001.
Make happy memories in 2021 and memories you're going to remember forever. So take care, my lovelies. Sweet dreams. Love you loads. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.